Hello and welcome to Bloke on the Range, and I thought it would be a bit interesting today to look at whether we get point of impact shift with certain muzzle devices, notably this one and this one, more on that later, on my CZ600 trail here. Now this is a rifle I'm getting very familiar with, I've done quite a lot of content on it and I really rather enjoy it. It has a couple of limitations which I've already discussed, but overall it's a pretty nice bit of kit. Now on the muzzle here I have a claw gear HK G3 or G36 compensator. It looks like a flash suppressor, but it's actually a compensator and slash muzzle brake, and it works surprisingly well with 223 despite having a baffle size for 308. Now the reason why it's a G3 or G36 one is that they put an odd sort of hunting FUD muzzle thread on these, which is M15 with a 1mm pitch, which just so happens to be the same as the those HK guns. Now, why I bought this one was that it has a NATO type mounting, and B+T and others do these sort of quick detach NATO type mountings, and I've got a load of other rifles with quick detach NATO type mountings. So what I have is a blast deflector, which looks like a mini suppressor but isn't. And in fact, it will stop the muzzle brake being a compensator, really. And I have a B+T Rotex-X compact 5.56 with a very particular serial number. Thank you very much to Matt of M426 and B+T for arranging that for me. That was a really nice surprise today when I went and picked this up from the shop. It was great. Now, why might hanging things off the end of the barrel affect the point of impact? Basically, the barrel is cantilever. There's free float in this. It's clamped here, and from the end of the clamping, it swings free. It's a beam. And when you hang something on the end of the beam, it will make the end of the beam bend down. Now, this would, in a normal case, this will cause the point of impact to drop, but there are certain rifles and setups where it will screw with the vibrations and it might make it go up or to the side or any combination, and it's interesting to see what is what, and then if we can quantify it, then we can know how to adjust it if we're switching between plain muzzle, well, compensator, and one of these muzzle devices. So what I'm going to do, I've got 3 dots down there. I'm going to warm the barrel up with 3 shots of this incredibly expensive. This is 2 Swiss francs a bang, Fiocchi, Sierra Match King 69 grain ammunition. It's supposed to be really good. Then what I'm going to do is shoot 3 10-round groups. I'm going to let the rifle cool off between. We're going to do it with, as I said, the comp, with the blast deflector, and I'll talk about the blast deflector before doing it, and the suppressor. So yeah, just for info, it's a white spot, and I'm going to aim at the bottom center of the white spot because we have an inverted V, a chevron reticle in this primary arms 1 to 6. So let's get on with it. This looks like it's not going to be very effective. It's only got a single baffle, but it is very effective and it's very loud and very unpleasant for your neighbors. So that's just 3 shots into the backstop, 6 francs spent. Thank you very much, supporters on Patreon. Just for information, if you want to support the channel, we have Patreon, we have PodcastAI. You can also contact me for other one-offs and things like that. And we're also on the Weapons of War app, so please consider subscribing to us in any of these places. So before I actually shoot at a target, I'm going to try and keep the cadence down. I have the tendency to shoot quite quick, as you may know if you follow the channel for a long time. Don't want to let the barrel overheat, don't want to let anything overheat, and we will see how it goes. Now this rifle has been putting in 10-round groups with ammo it likes, which is 69 grain and above. So with the RUAG 69 Sierra Match King ammo and the Black Hills Mark 262 Mod C stuff, 77 grain. It likes both of them, and it shoots them both the same sort of 1.6 to 1.8 mower over 10 shots. And no mulligans, no discounting flyers and all that. We do not live in a world where we shoot 3 shots and a couple of times and pick the best and then declare that it's a sub-mower rifle, because it very much isn't. So, enough blather, here we go. Well, that's actually slightly disappointing. There's a core group of 8 shots, which is good, and then there's 2 flyers, which I really would not expect for this kind of price, but yeah. So anyway, let's take a look at the blast deflector. So this is the blast deflector. The aim of it is to tame nasty muzzle brakes so that they don't annoy the crap and blast cack into the faces of your neighbours when shooting. Sometimes you don't want to have to take a muzzle device off, particularly if it's glued on or pinned on, and in some places this might be a good solution for avoiding that kind of thing, or for avoiding dust being kicked up in practical shooting. And both of these have basically the same system. What you've got is a little locking lever, you've got a shutter here, get that in the light, that when you slot it over the muzzle device, that locks in, and then you tighten it down like that until it is sufficiently tight, and then to undo it you do the opposite. I mean, obviously that stays still and we rotate that bit, and then we pop the shutter open. And these aren't really one-hand jobs, so it's a bit difficult to show it like that on camera. Now the ports end up in this adapter piece, so they get effectively shut off because you can't get the flow of gas sideways. And then the front, it's literally just a cavity, and then all the gas comes out the front, won't kick up dust, won't throw gas into your neighbour's face. So here you can see the grooves and the flats on a NATO compatible muzzle device that this locks into, and you can choose whether you want the shutter up or down. You need to sort of feel it in, and it will. Again, not great doing this one-handed. There we go, that locks, and then you tighten that down until you're satisfied that it's not going anywhere. So there you go. Okay, so enough time has passed. The barrel is not too warm. Let's put another 20 Swiss francs of ammunition into the rifle and shoot another group. See if the group size changes, see if its position changes, and we'll see if there's a difference in the sound as well. Even being behind it, there is a distinct difference in the muzzle report. It is a lot less harsh. You can see and feel and hear that the blast is going forward, the gas is going forwards, and a lot less sideways, which is good if you want to avoid that. And as I'm seeing it now, the group is horrific and is wider and is lower, as you'd expect for hanging your weight on the end. That group is strung a little vertically. I must say I won't be buying this ammunition again. The RUAG is cheaper and this rifle likes it a lot better. I think we can probably safely say that these rifles are a bit ammunition fussy. Okay, so to take this puppy off, we first unscrew that, takes the tension off. We then press the little catch, raise the little shutter, off it comes. And then we take, and do it the same way round, we take this, and the Rotex-X is lighter than the old Rotex-V. So that goes on, clicks in, and then we tighten it down like that. So here we go with the suppressor and the distinctly disappointing, overly expensive Fiocchi. Well, that sounds distinctly different, doesn't it? This is the compact. It doesn't have quite the suppressing effect of the full size, but I thought that it would be more suitable for my needs. Woo! 3 shots in a bug group and then 1 miles away. Yay. So this definitely tames the recoil a lot as well, as you'd expect. Something like that with all the baffles that the gas gets slowed down by. We're going to end up with a core group that's pretty good and then some absolute flyers. Yep. You wait till you see this. I lost count. Right, let's go have a look at them first. And then I do have 20 rounds of RUAG. So I will use them with the suppressor on and the suppressor off with just the comp, and see what the difference is. Okay, so remembering that we're at 50 meters, this is miserable. And in each case, we've got a core group and flyers. So what I will do is I'll take photos of these and generate the stats. But point of aim, mean point of impact of the core group's fine, and then the flyers are awful. Then with the blast deflector, looks like it starts to string vertically, but again, the core group is not too bad, but then, yeah, nasty. With the suppressor, 3, 4, 7, 8, no, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we take those off, it's okay for this rifle, but those, they're just like, wow. So what I've done is I put another 2 dots out, and we'll do suppressor, and then I'll take the suppressor off, and we'll do the claw gear comp. Okay, so RUAG, 69 grain, they're all Sierra Match Kings, it's all the same bullet, but I guess for whatever reason, this particular load is more liked by this rifle, so let's see how this goes. Well, that was much better. That is how I expect this rifle to shoot with 69 grain match ammunition, if not a bit better than usual. I'm looking forward to showing you that one. So there is horrible mirage coming off this can now. I've got a custom suppressor cover coming, made by Kelly Concepts. It'll be very cool and very drippy, so look out for that if it's not already appeared on social media. And yeah, let's put my gloves on, get rid of this can, and do the last 20 rounds. Oh, we're back to very noisy. Very big difference. Ooh. And I'm spent. So let's go and have a look. Okay, so the better, less expensive ammunition. So we have just the compensator, and we have the can, as in the suppressor. I will again do some measurements offline and put them in. Now what we're seeing is that laterally there's no impact. It's the same, but we are a bunch lower, and I will again calculate this based on the data. And the Fiocchi expensive ammo was an absolute total waste of time. I'm very sorry, but we have the ammo we have on the day, and I wish I'd just brought more of that, but I thought, hey, expensive ammo, that's going to be good, right? No. Anyway, what we do see here though with the Fiocchi is that we see a bit of a progression. Yeah, it's just so bad, these vertical stringing. Maybe I need to come back on another day and do Fiocchi with the blast deflector, but certainly I'm very, very happy with that. I would happily zero with that on and go to a match, but we're looking at about 2 mower down probably. Yeah, I'm just eyeballing it here. So there you have it. Again, apologies for the very expensive but very crap Fiocchi ammo. That was rather unexpected, but hey, it's not Bloke on the range unless something goes wrong. So anyway, if you've watched this far, thank you very much. Thank you to all our supporters on Patreon, Player, the app, and anywhere else. If you'd like to consider supporting us on the channel, please consider doing so. Try not to buy bad ammo with it this time. But anyway, have a good time, and see you again sometime. Bye.